Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the October 23rd edition of Live at the Whiskey Lounge. My name is Steve Rashid. I am your host for the evening and host for the series. And as I do every week, I'll get up here and tell you just a little bit about the series and about what's about to happen and what you can expect and all that. It's been kind of a long, fun ride. We've been here since March, every Thursday. This is our 30... Well, thank you. Thank you. I think this is I kind of lost track. I think it's our 32nd show. We've had well over 1,000 people come through here and well over 7,000 views on YouTube. So it's been really fun. And this is going on indefinitely. So you will see. Thank you. You will have these little. I say that because you have these little cards on your table, and they only go through next week. So with the calendar, but next week, rest assured, there will be another card out here. This I put these out on the table every week. You are welcome to take these. My email address is on the back. And I do have a weekly newsletter that I send out. I do not spam you. I don't share the list. Nobody else gets it. But I do send out a reminder just telling you who to expect, who's going to be coming. And usually there's something very obvious that you can click on if you want to hear a little sample of what that upcoming artist is going to be, what they're going to be like. So you get an idea of what you'd be coming to hear. We've been very, very fortunate to have some of the really finest jazz talent here in Chicago here. I treat this as kind of a house concert in a club, and I'm so glad that you folks are sitting right up close. That's the whole idea, is that you can get really up close. We'll be, I come up and do this little bit of introduction now, but then later in the first set, I'll come back up and we'll do a little Q&A with the artists and invite your questions, so if you have anything you'd like to ask, just a way that you can get to know them a little better. Next week, Steve Rashid's going to be here. Oh, that's me. I've heard he's quite good. I may be here. To be totally transparent about this, I started this series as a way to bring my friends in and have these different great artists come and perform, but I also wanted a place that I could perform occasionally. I am also a pianist and a singer, so I will be here next week with Don Sternberg, a fantastic world-renowned mandolin player, jazz mandolin player, and yes, for Don, and guitarist, and the great Stuart Miller on bass. So that's next week, and on and on. Next, we do everything from 1920s jazz all the way up to the present moment. So it's something a little different every week. One quick word about all this seemingly gratuitous technology up here. You see a lot of microphones, and these little guys right there, these are cameras. These are obviously microphones. What we do every week is do a live multi-track recording, just like we would do in a recording studio. That's sort of my backhanded way of asking you to please, if you're going to be chatting with your neighbors, please keep your voices down pretty quietly, because first of all, we do consider this kind of a listening room, but also we are recording. So we would hate to have extraneous voices show up on the recording. The recording is done for archival purposes. It's made available to the musicians, so it's a great tool for them if they want to use it for their promotional purposes. In addition, we also stream this live on the internet, so it's available on YouTube. You can watch this. We, of course, hope you're here every week. If you can't be here, you can tune in live, and you can watch it from the comfort of your home. And if you liked it, a couple weeks ago, I saw the show here, of course, and went home and watched the entire thing again. So it's a fun thing, a fun way that we have, and again, that's available to the musicians. If you sign up for my newsletter, I will send you a link that you can then click on if you want to follow us on that. It is fully autumn, and I know it is autumn because there's a little nip in the air. And when I went to the store to get dog food this week, at the checkout counter they had pumpkin spice dog food. So we know that it is really autumn. And I have a feeling there may be some autumn-themed tunes coming our way this evening. I am so thrilled to have Paul Marinaro here today. If you're on my list and you've already heard this story or read this story, but back in June, the great Judy Roberts was here with her husband, Greg Fishman, and they were putting on a fantastic show. And Judy said, I'm going to have my friend Paul come and sit in. And I said, great. And I had heard of Paul. I had never heard him sing. I had not met him. He came up and was so fantastic that right afterwards I talked to him. I said, when can you come and do a full evening here? And so it took us a while to find a date that was working out for both of us, but I'm so glad that he's here. And he's here with an old friend of mine, an old friend of our series, Andy Brown, who's a fantastic guitarist. And and Joe Policastro, who's a great bass player. And I think I'm about out of information, so I'm going to get out of the way and give it over to these wonderful, wonderful artists. We'll come back a little later and talk to them. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting live music. This really means the world to us. It's the fact that you are here that we can continue to do this. So we really appreciate it. Thanks, and hope you have a great time.
So quiet. The Intimate House series, they all have their hands folded. This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. In my dreams your face will flower through the darkness of the night, like the lights of home before me, or an angel watching o'er me. Well, this will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. And in my dreams, your face will flower through the darkness of the night, like the lights of home before me, or an angel watching o'er me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again. Joe Policastro. This will be my shining hour, calm and happy and bright. And in my dreams, well, your face will flower through the darkness of the night, like the lights of home before me, or an angel watching on me. This will be my shining hour till I'm with you again, till I'm with you, till I'm with you, till I'm with you again. Thank you very much. I'm gonna have to unravel this. Is that okay, Steve? I felt so stiff there. I couldn't move. I couldn't do my mic movements and all my dance moves that you guys are so used to. Thank you so much for joining us. Isn't this a wonderful room? And I think I parked for $1.50 for 7 hours or something like that. You have to love the suburbs. It's unbelievable, unbelievable. Well, we're happy that you're here. I'm really thrilled to be here. I was a few months ago, I think maybe about June, when I popped in to see Judy Roberts and Greg Fishman, and I was blown away by the whole concept here. And so thanks, Steve, for having this. So I'm really happy to be with two of my favorites. And as usual, the set list in my head is about 1,800 songs long. So we'll see where the night takes us and what we can figure out. If you have requests, feel free to let us know, and we'll see what we can do. How about some Ellington? Love you, Matt. E flat. And of course, I just jumped to one that I didn't plan on doing, but we'll see what happens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love you madly, right or wrong. It sounds like the lyric of a song. Since it's so, I thought you ought to know. I love you madly. Better fish are in the sea. That's not the theory for me. But since you're sure, just like I said before, I love you madly. Well, if you can see the happy you and me, I dream about so proudly. You know, the breath of spring that makes me sing my love song so loudly. But good things come to those who wait. Just relax and wait for fate to let me see the day you'll say to me, I love you madly, right or wrong. It sounds like the lyric of a song. Since it's so, I thought you ought to know. I love you madly. Better fish are in the sea. That's not the theory for me. Since you're sure, just like I said before, I love you madly. Well, if you can see the happy you and me, I dream about so proudly. You know, the breath of spring that makes me sing my love song so loudly. Well, good things come to those who wait. Just relax, wait for fate to let me see the day you'll say to me, I love you madly. Madly, right or wrong, it sounds like the lyric of a song. Since it's so, I thought you ought to know. I love you madly. better fish are in the sea. That's not the theory for me. Since it's so, I thought you ought to know. I love you madly. Well, if you can see the happy you and me, I dream about so proudly. Breath of spring that makes me sing my love song so loudly. Well, good things come to those who wait. Just relax, wait for fate to let me see the day you'll say to me, I love you madly. I love you madly. I love you madly. Thank you. The wonderful Duke Ellington. No set is complete without a little Ellington. We're going to jump to a tune that I like to find songs that either have been unfairly forgotten about or just a little off the beaten path. Everyone knows the tune At Last. And unfortunately, everybody knows it because most singers are forced to sing it the way that Etta James did, because that's the way that everybody wants to hear it. So I skip the tune altogether if I can. It's a wonderful version by Etta. It was a wonderful song, but it just kind of belongs in that genre. I would like to do a song that's from the same film. It was Orchestra Wives. That's the one. And written by one of my favorite composers, Harry Warren. This is one that is unfairly forgotten about. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I hear that serenading blue, I'm somewhere in another world, alone with you, sharing all the joys we used to know many moons ago. Once again your face comes back to me, just like a theme of some forgotten memory in the album of my reverie. Serenade in blue. It seems like only yesterday, a small cafe, a crowded floor, and as we dance the night away, I hear you say forevermore. And then the song became a sigh, forevermore became goodbye. But you remained in my heart. So tell me, darling, is there still a spark, or only lonely ashes of the flame we knew? Should I go on whistling in the dark, serenade in blue? serenading blue. I'm somewhere in another world, alone with you, sharing all the joys we used to know many moons ago. Once again your face comes back to me, just like a theme of some forgotten memory in the album of my reverie. Serenade in blue. It seems like only yesterday, a small cafe, a crowded floor, and as we dance the night away, I hear you say forevermore. And then the song became a sigh, forevermore became goodbye. You remain in my heart. So tell me, darling, is there still a spark, or only lonely ashes of the flames that we knew? Should I go on whistling in the dark? Serenade in blue. Serenade in blue. Serenade in Thank you. That's a great old tune, Harry Warren. I know I didn't stump you, Joyce, but anyone else? Anyone know that tune? Wow, a few of you. It's a great old tune. We're going to jump to a new favorite of mine. This one, originally written as an instrumental. Some great lyrics added, if I can remember them. He has cocktails in front of me. Look at this. Last time I saw Janine, she looked just like a beauty queen, and she cruised by with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine. Last time I saw Janine, last time I saw Janine. Recall when we were 17. I was a beau, it was not so long ago, but too short of that long lost green to satisfy Janine. Now she's gone from me, moved away from the old neighborhood, and I'm certain that she's gone for good. Last time I saw Janine, the dollar signs, they stood in between. It was a love lost to the rising cost, but since then I have never ever seen, I haven't seen Janine. But last time I saw Janine, she looked just like a beauty queen, and she cruised by with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine. Last time I saw Janine. Last time I saw Janine. Recall when we were 17. I was a beau, it was not so long ago, but too short of that long lost dream. Satisfied Janine, now she's gone from me, moved away from the old neighborhood, and I'm certain she's gone for good. Last time I saw Janine, the dollar signs, they stood in between. It was the love lost to the rising cost, but since then I have never ever seen, I haven't seen Janine. How about it for Joe Policastro? Last time I saw Janine, she looked just like a beauty queen, and she cruised by with some wealthy guy in a Cadillac limousine. Last time I saw Janine. Last time I saw Janine. Recall when we were 17, I was a beau, it was not so long ago, but too short of that long lost green to satisfy Janine. Now she's gone from me, moved away from the old neighborhood, and I'm certain she's gone for good. Last time I saw Janine, she looked just like a beauty queen. It was a love lost to the rising cost, but since then I have never ever seen, I haven't seen Janine. I haven't seen Janine. I haven't seen Janine. I haven't seen Janine. Thank you. That's Stu Pearson. And unfortunately, I have no idea who wrote the lyrics to that. Joyce Simon actually contributed the lyrics to that song. Go along with it, Joyce. No one will know the difference. You were probably there when they were written. I didn't mean it that way. There's about 15 clones of Joyce, because tomorrow on Facebook or wherever they say, yeah, I saw Joyce at our gig last night. Everybody sees Joyce at their gig. I don't know how you do it. It's amazing. It's amazing. Well, let's see. We have some requests for those of you who are here. We have some requests for those who didn't make it and are going to be watching it streaming. Should we do their requests or not? If they couldn't, if they couldn't drag themselves over here. Actually, we have a request that that some of you requested who are here and also who aren't. So we'll split it down the middle. This is a great Antonio Carlos Jobim tune. You know the one? Am I blocking Andy from the cameras? Are people gonna? All right. This is also a great tune. As I said, I like to find. What's he doing back here? Are you showboating?
The camera finds me, you know what I mean?
We're not used to always having such well-behaved, polite audiences who are, sitting here, especially this table over here. Rough ones, especially that woman right there. This is a tune that a little bit off the beaten path. I think way under-recorded, so we're gonna have to get on this one. I recently took a trip back home to Buffalo, and of course, for those of you who are sick of hearing about it, and I'm kind of sick of telling the story, but my father is reliving that moment of the CD over and over. And my mother is officially completely jealous now. So Scott Steinman at Studio Media, we're going to have to start the CD for my mother. I don't know what that's going to be, but we'll have to figure out a theme because she's getting upset. Once again, without you. Once again, without love. Once again, we have quarreled, but now you've left me all alone. Once again, how I cry, how I try to forget. Once again, I still want you, but now you've left me all alone. People see me and they wonder why I feel so sad and lonely. Everything is sorrow, bringing only thoughts of you. Living doesn't mean a thing. I'm so all alone and blue. It seems to me I'm always crying. What's a lonely heart to do? Once again, without you. Once again, without love. How I long for the moment to be together once again. once again. Without you, once again. Without love, once again. We have quarreled, but now you've left me all alone. Once again, how I cry, how I try to forget. Once again, I still love you, but now you've left me all alone. People see me and they wonder why I feel so sad and lonely. Well, everything is sorrow, bringing only thoughts of you. Living doesn't mean a thing. I'm so all alone and blue. It seems to me I'm always crying. What's so lonely hard to do? Once again, without you. Once again, without love. How I long for the moment to be together once again. Together once again. Together once again. Thank you. That's a great Antonio Carlos Jobim. We're going to jump to two of my favorite composers, especially when they're together, Harold Arlen and Johnny Mercer. I haven't had a Manhattan yet here. How are they? Excellent. You had 5? Excellent. I'll have to give it my stamp of approval. We did this song at the Chicago Jazz Festival this year, and it was a lot of fun to be there. I haven't stopped sweating. It was 115 degrees and full humidity. But I made a bet with myself, as long as Joe didn't take his jacket off, I wasn't going to take mine off. And we both lasted the gig, drenched. But after the performance, everyone asked about this particular song, and many people who didn't know it thought it was a new tune. So that's always kind of thrilling for us, and it just goes to show how well this material is written, that it doesn't sound aged or dated. So hopefully it doesn't to you tonight, or that whole story will be for naught. The sun comes out and the rain stops beating on my window pane. When the sun comes out, there'll be bluebirds round my door, singing like they did before that old storm broke out. And my gal walked off and left me in the rain. Though she's gone, I doubt that she'll stay away for good. I I'd stop living if she should. Love is funny. It's not always peaches, cream, and honey. Just when everything looked bright and sunny, suddenly the cyclone came. And I'll never be the same till that sun comes out and the rain stops beating on my window pane. If my heart holds out, let it rain and let it pour. It may not be long before there's a knocking on my door. Then you'll know the one I loved walked in when the sun comes out. Love is funny. It's not always peaches, cream, and honey. Just when everything looked bright and sunny, suddenly the cyclone came, and I'll never be the same till that sun comes out and the rain stops beating on my window pane. If my heart holds out, let it rain, let it pour. It may not be long before there's a knocking on my door. Then you'll know the one I loved walked in when the sun comes out. When the sun comes out. When the sun comes out. Thank you. Harold Ireland, Johnny Mercer. Well, since this is an intimate house party, we can do some intimate things, right? Musically. Depends on. Joe is suddenly speaking a different language to me. I have no idea what he's mumbling.
Well, everything you say up here can be heard on the mic, so you gotta be careful. You can't do the typical musician's banter.
We're gonna do a song featuring just Joe Policastro and myself. This is a great old tune. Another one that's underheard, I think. Andy, you can sit and watch us in awe, or. When I was a teenager, one of the first albums that really kind of knocked me over the head and made me pay attention to this music much more than I had been up until that point was Sinatra's In the Wee Small Hours album, which is still 60 years later a masterpiece. But this is one of the tunes on there, and Joe and I have been doing this one. I forget when we started doing it. I think it was for a tribute of some sort, or it was from a certain year that we did a tribute to. I don't know. But it's been one of our favorites. We haven't done it in a while, so let's see what happens. I dim all my lights and I sink in my chair. The smoke from my cigarette climbs through the air. The walls of my room fade away in the gloom when I am deep in a dream of you. The smoke makes a stairway for you to descend. You come to my arms, may this bliss never end. For we love anew just as we used to do when I'm deep in a dream of you. Then from the ceiling, sweet music comes stealing. We glide to a lover's refrain. You're so appealing that I am soon revealing my love for you over again. My cigarette burns me. I wake with a start. My hand isn't hurt, but there's pain in my heart. Awake or asleep, every memory I keep when I'm deep in a dream of you. Then from the ceiling, sweet music comes stealing. We glide to a lover's refrain. You're so appealing that I'm soon revealing my love for you over again. My cigarette burns me. I wake with a start. My hand isn't hurt, but there's pain in my heart. awake or asleep, every memory I keep. When I'm deep in a dream of you, when I'm deep in a dream of you, when I'm deep in a dream of you. Thank you. Joe Policastro. How are we on time? If you don't, someone doesn't cut me off, I'll go all night long. And I know we want to get a break in, and I'm going to try a Manhattan or two. One more?
You can have a couple of mine.
You got it. Well, we're going to jump to another of my favorites. This song truly is because it was the very first song that I could remember stumbling upon as a 5-year-old, and it was my dad singing it, and it was on a scratchy old record. For those of you who haven't heard the story, I'm not sure there is anyone left that hasn't heard that story. You can probably tell me that story better than I can tell you. But it really is, it's a special song for me because it kind of threw me into this world. And in the last year or so, since that album came out, it's just been, I've just been a very lucky guy, and I've enjoyed a lot of wonderful gigs and met a lot of wonderful people because of that very old tune. So this is that Old Black Magic. This is the stripped down intimate house version. That old black magic has me in its spell. That old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. That same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. That same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught in a tide. Well, I should stay away, but what can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. And every time your lips meet mine, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go. I'm in a spin, I'm loving the spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. That old black magic has me in its spell. Well, that old black magic that you weave so well. Those icy fingers up and down my spine. Well, that same old witchcraft when your eyes meet mine. Well, that same old tingle that I feel inside. Then that elevator starts its ride. Down and down I go, round and round I go, like a leaf that's caught in a tide. I should stay away. What can I do? I hear your name, and I'm aflame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. Every time your lips meet mine, but darling, down and down round and round I go. I'm in a spin, oh, I'm loving the spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. For Andy Brown. Just still when I do, I hear your name, and I am a flame with such a burning desire that only a kiss put out the fire. You're the lover I have waited for. You're the mate that fate had me created for. Every time your lips meet mine, well, darling, down and down I go, round and round I go, in a spin. I'm loving the spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. I'm in a spin. I'm loving the spin I'm in. I'm under that old black magic called love. I'm in a spin, loving a spin I'm in, under that old black magic called love. Thank you very much. That's Harold Ireland, Johnny Mercer, Joe Policastro, and Andy Brown.
Is this perfect or what? I'm coming way over here. You may or may not know my wife is a choreographer, and I've been told I need to work on my blocking. So I'm standing. Is this okay? Carl, is this okay? Everyone, is this all right? All right, good. Phew. This is really, really perfect. By the way, if you missed the beginning, my name is Jim Lang. Welcome to the dating game. We've got 3 handsome bachelors here. Now, this is really, really perfect. And, I wanted to show you this. This is the live stream. If
We're
any of you
already,
are,
huh?
I mean, it's happening as we speak. It's on a slight delay, so we're a little younger and fresher here. And you look much better then, Paul.
Feel much better.
Anyway, I gotta. I love this music, and I'm a little bit too young to have really grown up with it. And you're like too young to be into rock and roll. So, so how in the world, did you come to this? I mean, this is a story you probably tell a lot, but.
You know, it was one that I hadn't thought about. I do tell a lot now, but I hadn't thought about it really before the last year or so. But it really was that old scratchy record, and it was because my father had such a passion for this stuff,
Mm-hmm.
and there was kind of a palpable sense that this music was very important to him. But it was because when I found his voice on those records, I was either too naive or just blocked it out of my head that it was an old song. I never thought of this stuff as old material because it was my father singing it. So I never put a date to this music.
Wow.
And I guess I still don't. So, and then once I started taking lessons and actually learning the ins and outs of music, you realize that the material is there's a reason why we keep going back to it.
And did your dad sing professionally? I mean, was that
He wanted to, but he kind of backed away from it. So by the time I came around many years later, it was a long faded dream of his.
Wow.
But it was still, you can still get a sense that it was
Oh,
always
he's got to be
there.
totally loving this.
Yeah, he's been digging it. So.
Wow. And you're from Buffalo?
From
Did you grow
Buffalo.
up there?
I did.
Wow.
They're all still there.
Oh, did they come out and see you?
They flew in for the CD release in last June, at the Jazz Showcase. So
Oh, fantastic.
It kind of surprised me. I didn't think my father would travel at this stage, but.
And do you
but
get
he was there.
back to Buffalo to perform ever?
I haven't performed in Buffalo.
Yeah.
The wonderful,
I'm making you
wonderful,
feel guilty or
wonderful cultural, artistic town. Go Bills!
Yeah.
Is that what I'm supposed to say? Someday,
Yeah.
I'd actually like to.
Yeah. Well, your style is so. I mean, did you experiment with singing other styles as well, or when did you sort of come to music and find your voice in this style and always sort of stay in this style?
I actually started out as a pianist.
Oh, really?
A lot of people in my family sang, so I was known as the pianist of the house.
Huh.
And I went for lessons for that. But I would sing when no one else was home. When no one else was around, when I thought I couldn't get busted, I realized, even as a young kid, that it was something I liked to do, but I didn't have enough. I didn't have enough guts to sing in front of the pros, everyone else who thought they were singers. But there is a cassette tape of me floating around. Now, my father was very thrilled with what we did with the CD, where we put his old acetate. We got his Scott Steinman, and I managed to get some of that old sound off of those 70-year-old acetates. And my father really liked the idea, but he said, I was only 16 years old when I did that. That wasn't my best singing, and I didn't quite understand why he wasn't, loving it as we were. But he just didn't think it was his best performance. But now I kind of understand when my siblings reminded me that there's a tape of me at 5 years old singing "You Light Up My Life."
There's some
and
flack.
they asked me how I would feel if that somehow was made public.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Debbie
wow,
Boone,
there's some
singing
black
to the
man
radio.
material.
I was belting it out. I had a
That's
great head
fantastic.
voice back then.
That's
was something.
fantastic. Do you have other professional musicians in your family?
Professional, yeah. I have some siblings. My sister is in a band, and my nephews are quite talented. They're all kind of doing their own thing. So,
Wow, fantastic. You really, I have to say, and there are a lot of people that come through here, and I'm so fortunate that we get so many great musicians here. And you have really, I always say, there are a couple things I'm fond of saying, well, many, but one of them is that I think every time you get up in front of people to do anything, there's an aspect of theater to it. And even if you choose to turn your back to the audience and play your instrument, that's theatrical. You're making a statement. And there's something about your body language that is so generous. You really aren't a singer in front of a band, you're part of the band. And that is really, really, and it's very genuine, and I'm sorry that I brought it up because now it may make you conscious of it. But it really, I was noticing, I was thinking how, wow, Paul is really just part of the band. He's not a singer standing in front of the musicians.
I think that comes with the genre a bit. I don't like to label. I don't like to label the music because I think you can get into trouble that way. But I always, Joe and I were talking about this the other day, but I'll always defer to good musicianship. And I think this material comes to life and allows me to be the performer that I want to be when I have top musicians behind me.
Yeah.
There's
Well,
always.
you can't get much better than this, huh? I mean, these guys, how about it? Yeah.
But I think there were points in when I first got to Chicago that I had the option to do some more popular type singing, things that would probably have gotten me more work. But I chose not to because I wanted to create something different, and I knew that I needed the right music, the right musicians for that.
Yeah.
Particularly if I wanted this stuff to sound fresh and new. So I do think of us as kind of a unit.
Yeah, well, you're the total package, man. I mean, it's really, it's really
Thank you.
something. We always do. By the way, anybody have any questions?
Uh-oh.
I'm happy to open that up to.
I think they're all friendly enough. That table in the back there.
there we go,
singers.
back there. Uh-oh. You have to speak up.
Oh, jeez. I don't.
The question, if you didn't hear, was what does Paul do when he's tired and not in the mood to perform?
That's still not safe.
No,
We're in the same conundrum there.
Yeah, right.
I don't do anything. I don't try to get myself in or out of it. The music always does. And usually when I start to do it, you never know how, particularly in the last year, there's been so many different type of venues and different audiences, and it's been wonderful. But it brings to question, like, what do they want to hear? What are they expecting? Do they want to hear the songs from the album? Are they tired of the songs from? There's so many other questions that I never thought to ask myself before. So there's a sense of a bit more pressure that we always want to make you feel like it's fresh and new, and you can't answer those questions. I think you can drive yourself nuts as a performer. So I usually, hopefully, let the music kind of inspire me, and hopefully it will inspire the audience as well. I don't think you can overthink that.
I agree. Comedians always say it's easier to find a new audience than new material, and it's really true. I mean, you just keep doing the stuff you do well, and people will find you, I think.
And that was much safer than I thought of from Elaine Dame. That could have been very torturous.
Yeah, very nice, very nice.
Anyone else?
Speaking of comedians, we always do have Andy's cringing, the comedy portion of the evening, which is I always ask the musicians to tell their favorite musician jokes, because musicians are notorious for having musician jokes. Oh. I always, I intentionally spring it on them because I don't want people to overthink this. So if you got one.
I did all mine.
Yeah, Andy's been here several times.
Here. Wow.
All right, I'll tell one, and then and you guys think. So this, the gates of heaven, the three guys lined up, and the first guy goes up to St. Peter, and St. Peter says, "Hi, welcome to the gates of heaven. Can you tell me something about yourself?" And the fellow says, "Yeah, St. Peter, I was a lawyer, but I was a public defender. I wasn't in it for the money. I was really trying to help the downtrodden, and I was really into social justice, and I spent my entire life working for the public good." And St. Peter said, "That's really admirable. Come right on in and take a seat next to the Almighty." The next fellow comes up and he says, "St. Peter, I was a doctor. But I wasn't in it for the money either. I worked with Doctors Without Borders. I worked all around the world. I gave away a lot of my services. I was really trying to help my fellow human beings." And St. Peter says, "That is just fantastic. Come right on in and take a seat next to the Almighty." And then the third fellow comes up and says, "St. Peter, I was a musician. But I I wasn't trying to be a star. I wasn't into the celebrity thing. When people were sad, I played music to make them happy. When they were happy, I played music to help them celebrate. I was really just trying to uplift the humanity around me." And St. Peter says, "That is just fantastic. Tell you what, drive around to the back. There's a loading dock. You come in through the kitchen, and there's a service elevator. Come in through there." Thank you. It's a long way to go. I was just trying to. All right. Yeah, all right. Kudos from Andy Brown.
Usually the musician jokes suck. That was a good
That was a good musician show.
All right.
And
So
so
I bought you guys some time. Got anything?
I have one that's it's not a joke. It's actually it's a true story.
Oh,
which
that makes it even funnier.
Truth
immediately.
is stranger than fiction, but it's one of my favorite. Anybody who performs and anyone who's done the weekly grind of gigs knows that you take the good with the bad, and hope for the good. But when I first came to town, I was working for a particular hotel in Chicago. Everybody knows. And in their lower lounge, which it's been known that there's an opening somewhere within that room that people swear the gateway to hell is in that room. It really was a torturous 4-year gig, but had some wonderful times. One of my favorite nights was when you would get, if you got a request for My Way or New York, New York, that was a good night.
Oh, wow.
Because they at least understood that there's kind of a connection between the genres. That was a good night. So you would always kind of brace yourself for the most outrageous and outlandish requests, comments, people pushing you, away from the piano to bang on the piano or knock things over. So this very lovely woman walked up to me one evening, and I braced myself, and she said, "We're really loving what you're doing. We just walked in and heard you. Would it be okay if I asked for a request?" And I said, "Certainly, of course. If it's something we know, we'll do it." And she said, "Will you sing Just the Way You Look Tonight?" And I thought, that's easy enough. That's a good request. And I very exuberantly said, "Of course, that's a great request. But would you dedicate it to my Aunt Shirley?" I thought, okay. I said, "Are you ready for it?" "No, not yet. Don't do it yet. We'll let you know." And I said, "Well, we're going to take a break in about a half hour, 20 minutes, so, if not before, then afterward." So we kept singing and doing our thing in the cacophony of the room, and she finally walked over, and there was another girl with her, and I wasn't noticing what she was doing, but she was kind of going to tables and I think taking candles. So I thought, oh, that's kind of odd. And she said, "Well, we're ready for you now." So I said, "Okay, key is C, Just the Way You Look Tonight." And now at this point, everyone else in the room is looking at us because they're kind of wondering what's going on. And I said, "Well, where's Aunt Shirley? I'll walk over to her or sing." And she said, "Just start the song." So I start singing, and I said, "Well, this is for Aunt Shirley, everyone. We have a very special night. This is dedicated to Aunt Shirley." And as I'm singing, she brings out her urn. And sets it. Now, this is a restaurant, mind you. Sets it on the piano.
Wow.
And the other girl, who I'm assuming was her sister, was gathering candles, and they had a makeshift little shrine right there on the piano.
Wow. Too bad Aunt Shirley couldn't have got there a little sooner.
Aunt Shirley was just a little late to the gig.
Wow.
But they all kind of gathered, and they were very happy. It was kind of like an Irish wake, and I had to sing Just the Way You Look Tonight
Just the way
to an urn.
You never looked better, Aunt Shirley.
That was one of the more pleasant experiences in that room, but yeah.
Wow, I can't top that.
No.
Well, I'm going to get out of the way. Do you guys want to do one more quick one and then take a break, or want to take a break now?
I will take a break and,
All right.
and say hello to everyone.
Please stick around. There's another set coming up. And thank you again so much for coming. Again, this series goes on indefinitely. Next week, I'll be here at the piano with my good friends Don Sternberg and Stuart Miller. But we're going on straight through until they kick us out of here. Thanks so much for coming and making this possible.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Well, folks, as Paul and Joe and Andy make their way back to the stage, I just wanted to let you know, again, that next week I will be here at the piano. I'll be playing, and I'll be here with my good friends Don Sternberg and Stuart Miller, great mandolin player and bass player. And we'll be doing a combination of my tunes and some from the Great American Songbook, and some Mose Allison tunes. Mose Allison is one of my personal heroes. And once again, Paul does have CDs for sale, so if you wanted some of those, want to take a little audio piece of Paul home with you, please see Paul after the show. And what else do I got to say? Not much. Again, if you take these little cards with you and sign up on the mailing list, you're welcome to do that. I will, again, I do not spam you, and I don't share my list, but I will send you a weekly reminder. Just send me my email address is on there. Just send me a quick email saying sign me up, and I'll put you on the list, and you'll get a little reminder every week with something to click on so you can hear a little bit of the artist that you'd be coming to hear. So thanks again for coming and supporting live music. I was just talking to Paul. We were saying how great it is when people come out and actually support live music. It means the world to us. It's what we do for a living, and we can't do it without an audience. And it makes, the bigger the audience, the more fun it is for us. So thanks again. And once again, why don't you welcome Paul Marinaro, Andy Brown, and Joe Policastro. Thanks, guys.
Well, I give the Manhattan my seal of approval. This was the Knob Creek Rye, which I've never had before. Very good. And if you haven't had your Manhattan with rye before, did you have one as well? Bullet? Well, that'll do. Well, folks, thank you so much for coming out tonight. It really is. This is a very unique experience because there's, I would say, so few rooms like this, but there are no rooms like this, where we really can do this up front, close and personal kind of performance for a listening room that has good food and good drinks. It sounds so simple, but yet it doesn't really exist. So keep coming out and supporting rooms like this because we need them, all of us. Yeah. Well, we have some other requests to get to. This first one is a favorite of mine, and it is on my CD Without a Song. And this was a late addition on the album, and one that my father had never heard before. So, and I'd heard of it, but I never really sang it much. But the phrase kept ringing true to me. One phrase in the song: "He who is wise never tries to revise what's dead and gone." And on a CD that's about dreams and fulfilling dreams and validating dreams and chasing dreams, I love that statement. So this is, we'll happily do this song for you. This is Bob Duro's Devil May Care. Joe's going to kick it off. No cares for me, I'm happy as I can be. I've learned to love and to live. Devil may care. No blues or woes, whatever comes, later goes. That's why I'll take and I'll give. Devil may care. And when the day is through, I suffer no regrets. I know that he who frets loses the night. For only a fool dreams he can hold back the dawn. He who is wise never tries to revise what's dead and gone. Live, love today, come what tomorrow, what may. Well, don't even stop for a sigh. It doesn't help if you cry. That's why I'll live and I'll die. Devil may care, no cares for me. I am happy as I can be. I've learned to love and to live. Devil may care, no blues or woes. Whatever comes, later goes. That's why I'll take and I'll give. devil may care. And when the day is through, I suffer no regrets. I know that he who frets loses the night. For only a fool dreams he can hold back the dawn. Well, he who is wise never tries to revise what's dead and gone. Live love today, come on tomorrow. What may, don't even stop for a sigh. It doesn't help if you cry. That's why I live and I'll die. Devil may care. That's Joe Policastro. When no one cares for me, I am happy as I can be. I've learned to love and to live. Devil may care. No blues or woes. Whatever comes later goes. That's why I'll take and I'll give. Devil may care. And when the day is through, I suffer no regrets. I know that he who frets loses the night. For only a fool dreams he can hold back the dawn. But he who is wise never tries to revise what's dead and gone. Live love today, come what tomorrow, what may. Don't even stop for a sigh. It doesn't help if you cry. That's why I live and I'll die. Devil may care. Devil may care. Devil may care. Devil may care. Thank you very much. It's Bob Duro. Thank you. Thanks for that request. It's one of my favorites. I say that about everything I sing. You gonna jump in? Yeah, it was odd. I looked over at the floor and I was seeing myself. In the past, yeah. Well, what's great for those of you who don't know that this is all being streamed with a little bit of a delay, but people who can't make it tonight are able to watch it from wherever. So this is a first for me. I just got a call on break. The club got a call, and we have a request from North Carolina, people who are watching. Very, very cool. So, yeah. And they were a little guilty about watching the show for free, and they said that when they come to Chicago, when they visit, they're promising that they're going to come and support the club. So, so we got a great request from them, and we'll be happy to do it. This is a great old tune. This is for the Benjamins in North Carolina. So this is a very old tune and also one that I think is undersung, and I need to get into the studio and record this one because there's so few recordings of this song, and I think it's a great tune. This comes from 1935. The moon was yellow and the night was young. A smile brought us together and I was wondering whether we'd meet again someday. The moon was yellow and a song was sung. That vocal inspiration gave me the inclination to give my heart away. Here we are. Is our romance to continue? Will it be my luck to win you? May I look that far? My love is mellow and my hopes are strung around that Cupid fellow. Behold, the moon is yellow and the night is young. The moon was yellow and the night was young. A smile brought us together and I was wondering whether we'd meet again someday. The moon was yellow and a song was sung. That vocal inspiration gave me the inclination to give my heart away. Here we are. Is our romance to continue? Will it be my luck to win you? May I look that far? My love is mellow and my hopes are strung around that Cupid fellow. Behold, the moon is yellow. And the night is young. Thank you. That's for the Benjamins in North Carolina. Any requests that we forgot? Well, I recently had an opportunity to try to write lyrics. It's not something I've ever succeeded at. I've tried over the years to do lyrics, and I've always crumpled them up and thrown them out. When you do attempt to write lyrics and you see what you can come up with, you realize very quickly how great the great lyricists were. Even when you think that they're just simple little songs, the way that they have certain words on certain notes that make it easy for singers to sound good on. There's a lot that goes into it. One of my favorite lyricists, he's really a wonderful wordsmith, Lorenz Hart. This is an appearingly simple song, but it has a lot of lyrics to it, and they're brilliant to sing. This song is a lot of fun for a singer to get all these words out for, and this is why that I will not be a lyricist, because I can't come up with stuff like this. This also goes way back to Babes in Arms, I believe, Rodgers and Hart. Sleepless nights, the daily fights, the quick toboggan when you reach the heights. I miss the kisses and I miss the bites. I wish I were in love again. The broken dates, the endless waits, the lovely loving and the hateful hates, the conversation with the flying plates. I wish I were in love again. No more pain. No more strain. Now I'm sane, but I would rather be punch drunk. The pulled out fur of cat and cur, the classic battle of a him and her. I don't like quiet, but I wish I were in love again. Furtive sigh, the blackened eye, the words I love you till the day I die. The self-deception that believes a lie. I wish I were in love again. When love congeals, it soon reveals a faint aroma of performing seals, the double crossing of a pair of heels. I wish I were in love again. No more cares. No, the despairs. Now I'm there, but I would rather be punch drunk. Believe me, sir, I much prefer the classic battle of a him and her. I learned my lesson and I wish I were in love again. beside the blackened eye, the words I love you till the day I die. Self-deception that believes a lie. I wish I were in love again. When love congeals, it soon reveals the faint aroma of performing seals, the double crossing of a pair of heels. I wish I were in love again. No more cares, no, no, no despairs. Now I'm there, but I would rather be punch drunk. Believe me, sir, I much prefer the classic battle of a him and her. I'd learned my lesson and I wish I were in love again. I wish I were in love again. In love again. Again. In love again. In love again. Again, 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 again. Thank you, that's Rodgers and Hart. When love congeals, it soon reveals the faint aroma of performing seals. I'm not going to write that. Is there anything else that someone wants to hear? Here in the room? What do you want? What do you like? Whisper not. Can we do that one for Joyce? Sure. You got it, Joyce. This is also a great tune that was written originally as an instrumental. And, I believe it was Leonard Feather that wrote the lyrics to this. I'm not sure. It's a great... Benny Golson was the instrumental, right? This is Whisper Not. Sing low, sing clear, sweet words in my ear, not a whisper of despair, but love's own prayer. Sing on until you bring back the thrill of a sentimental tune, well, that died too soon. Our harmony was lost, but you forgave. I forgot. Whisper not of quarrels past. Well, you know we had our last. So now we'll be on key constantly. Love will whisper on eternally. Sing low, sing clear, sweet words in my ear, not a whisper of despair, but love's own prayer. Sing on until you bring back the thrill of a sentimental tune, well, that died too soon. Well, our harmony was lost. You forgave, I forgot. Whisper not of quarrels past. Well, you know we had our last. So now we'll be on key constantly. Love will whisper on eternally. Why did we listen when they said it wouldn't last? Gossiping voices made us break up, but you know we still can make up. If you forget them all and answer Cupid's call, it's a truth. Whispers of troubles are an echo of the past. What it'll take to lose my gloom is just a whisper, not of rumors, but of your love for me. That's how it's got to be. Our harmony was lost. You forgave, I forgot. Whispered on of quarrels past. You know we had our last. So now we'll be on key constantly. Love will whisper on eternally. Love will whisper on eternally. Love will whisper on eternally. Love will whisper, love will whisper, love will whisper, love will whisper on eternally. That's for you, Joyce. Thank you, Benny Golson. Well, I was going to have a... Yeah, what you got? Oh, wow. Nothing like springing an easy one on me. I've never sung that before, and I'm surprised because it's a great, great tune. What do you think?
You heard that only a long time.
I've heard it a lot. I don't even know that one. You got the words, Joyce? I'll ask for requests. I'm gonna try it. And if it bombs, Tom, I want you to keep in mind that not only is this lovely audience here seeing me bomb, it's going around the world. Anybody? Hold on. Where's my drink?
Strong and wrong. Strong and wrong.
Let's see. Let's find a key.
Well, it starts here. Let's see.
Oh, God. Why am I doing this? The song is What's New. It's an exceptional song. All right, let's see what happens. Let's try it there. We're going to try it in G if anyone cares to know. What's new? How is the world treating you? We haven't met since then. Gee, but it's nice to see you again. What's new? How did that romance come through? We haven't met since then. Gee, but it's nice to see you again. What's new? Probably I'm boring you, but seeing you is so grand, and you were sweet to offer your hand. I understand. Adieu. Pardon my asking what's new. Of course, you couldn't know. I haven't changed. I still love you so. What's new? Probably I'm boring you, but seeing you is so grand, and you were sweet to offer your hand. I understand. I do. Pardon my asking what's new. Of course, you couldn't know. I haven't changed. I still love you so. Thank you very much. That's What's New, Bob Haggard. Whew. Where's my drink? It's a tricky little song. That's a great song, though. One of you guys pick. It's a happy little number. What would you choreograph to that? See, now this is the part of the night where all 1,800 songs or so are rushing through my head, and to be inclusive, I let the band pick one, I let the guys pick one, and they always give me a blank stare.
That's not true. That's not true. Now.
That's not true. You picked a good one a couple weeks ago. Then I get like there's a pause, and I get nervous, and then I just call one. So I don't give them a chance. All right, one of you guys pick some. Good night, folks. Thank you. We could do it. Let's do something a little peppy first. It's a great request. I'm not knocking your. All right, let's do it.
Careful. We'll get to it.
No, we got it. Let's do it.
Here, do it like this. Like.
Well, this is an intimate house party, so you can handle something nice and lovely and intimate again.
If we must.
If we must.
How about nice little peppy version of "Do Not See Your Face"? No,
Nothing does. Baby comes, go away, man. There we go. We got one. We'll do both of them.
Requested something and then he requested something back to me, and then I had to make it seem like it was my.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. Was that yours?
Paul, let's do "Don't You Go Away."
We're gonna do something up, medium. We're gonna do something medium for you. But you can tap to it at least. There's a rhythm. See, you're bopping already. Confess what they say is true. I had a rendezvous with somebody new, but that's the only one I've ever had. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Cheating shows, it never goes. Now you've got a reason to be mad, I suppose, but she only was a passing fad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Her kind's a dime a dozen. That's not the kind I want. Now, who'd ever dream your cousin would wander into that restaurant? I understand that you're quite upset. So what do you say that we forgive and forget? Come on, kiss me, show me you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. I must confess what they say is true. I had a rendezvous with somebody new, but that's the only one I've ever had. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Cheating shows and it never goes. You've got a reason to be mad, I suppose, but she only was a passing fad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Her kind's a dime a dozen. I should have passed her by. Now, who'd ever dream your cousin would come along and give us the eye? I understand that you're quite upset. So what do you say that we forgive and forget? Come on, kiss me, show me you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. That's Andy Brown. kind's a dime a dozen. I should have passed her by, but now who'd ever dream your cousin would come along and give us a I understand that you're quite upset, so what do you say that we forgive and forget? Come on and kiss me, show me you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Come on and kiss me, show me you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Come on and kiss me, show me you're glad. Baby, baby, don't you go away mad. Thank you very much. We're gonna, since the first set we featured Joe and I in a duet, we're gonna do one of my favorites that I only do with Andy. I'm gonna. Here, I'll come over here. How about that? How about it for Joe Policastro? This is, it had been a long time since I really worked with a guitarist. I had mostly, for many years, worked only with pianists. And I was always inspired when I watched those old Sinatra television shows that he did in the 60s and into the 70s, where he would always have special guests. Some of them got progressively more and more outlandish and cheesy in some of them, but they were always fun. But my favorite is the one where he's sitting on stage with Antonio Carlos Jobim, and they're just, it's about 5 or 6 minutes long of a medley, and it's just absolutely perfect. It's two people just in the moment creating, and it's so wonderful that the camera captured it. But for Without a Song, the album, I chose another song that we had never done before, but it spoke to me, and it's quickly become one of my favorites. Unfortunately, I never get to do it if Andy's not around, so here we go. When I look in your eyes, I see the wisdom of the world in your eyes. I see the sadness of 1,000 goodbyes. When I look in your eyes, and it is no surprise to see the softness of the moon in your eyes, the gentle sparkle of the stars in the skies. When I look in your eyes, in your eyes, I see the deepness of the sea. I see the deepness of the love I feel. You feel for me. Autumn comes, summer dies. I see the passing of the years in your eyes. And when we part, there'll be no tears, no goodbyes. I'll just look into your eyes. In your eyes, I see the deepness of the sea. I see the deepness of the love I feel, you feel for me. Autumn comes, summer dies. I see the passing of the years in your eyes. And when we part, there'll be no tears, no goodbyes. I'll just look into your eyes. Those eyes, how wise, how warm, how real. How I love the world, your eyes reveal. Thank you very much. That's Leslie Brickus. Beautiful song. Well, I think we have time for one more.
Tell them what that song's about, though.
What is that song about?
It's about your pet.
Well, I don't want to lead them into. They all may have their own interpretation of what the song is.
It's way too pretty of a song for what it's used for. It's like
He's in the film Dr. Dolittle. Rex Harrison sings it to a seal,
it's like
or I should say Rex Harrison speaks it to a seal. He's not known for his singing.
wasted a good one in a bad scene.
We're going to close with, and if I haven't thanked you enough tonight, thank you for coming out for this. My pleasure, and thanks you, Steve, for having us. Pop back in next week. Steve will be here, and every Thursday there's something going on, so keep the room alive. We're going to close with the great Ellington tune. It's always a favorite. Somebody else agrees? It's a sad one. It's a downer. Sophisticated Lady. Lush Life. No. 1, 2, 3, 4. walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree are all so neighborly. They sing wherever I go. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amount in my bank account, I'd have to confess I'm slipping. That don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream. It's a pippin'. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits, I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. When I walk down the street, seems everyone I meet gives me a friendly hello. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. The birds in every tree are all so neighborly. They sing wherever I go. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. If you should ask me the amounts in my bank account, I'd have to confess that I am slipping. That don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream. It's a pippin'. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits, I know. I guess I am just a lucky so-and-so. And so, play it, guys. Me the amount in my bank account, I'd have to confess I'm slipping. That don't bother me. Confidentially, I've got a dream. It's a pippin'. And when the day is through, each night I hurry to a home where love waits. I know. I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. And so, and so, and so. Well, I guess I'm just a lucky so-and-so. Thank you so much, Mr. Andy Brown on guitar, Joe Policastro on bass.
And
thanks for being here.
Paul Marinaro. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for supporting live music. Thanks for supporting this series. And thanks to you guys. Fantastic. What a great night. And please come back.